Coca-Cola Company proudly presents the most famous family in America. Ozzie, Harriet, David, and Ricky. The Nelson family.
Hey, come on! Hey, wait for me! Want king-size refreshments? Sure you do. Well, king-size Coke has more for you. King-size Coke has more for you. Biggest value, liveliest lip, refreshes you the very best too.
Biggest value, liveliest lip too. That Coke is taste, refreshes best, so it has much more for you. King-size Coke gives you so much more. Come on! What are you waiting for?
King-size Coke has more for you. King-size Coke has more for you. Biggest value, liveliest lip, refreshes you the very best too.
Get king-size Coca-Cola.
And now, the Coca-Cola Company invites you to enjoy The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet.
Hey, Mom, what are we having for dinner tonight? I know it's a little early yet.
No, I'm glad you asked. What would you like? You can have anything you want.
Oh, anything at all?
Uh-huh, anything.
Well, I think I'll have boneless squab stuffed with wild rice.
I'll have broiled lobster.
All right, anything you want. Just as long as the restaurant has it and I can talk your father into taking us out for dinner.
I knew there was a catch to it someplace. I just couldn't figure out what it was.
Sounds good, Mom, but count me out. I have a date. Hi, Pop.
Hi.
We're just discussing dinner. Is there anything special you'd like?
Oh, what do you mean?
We're having a special treat tonight. You can have anything you want.
Oh, no, you don't. I don't feel like going out to dinner.
I guess Pop knows you a little better than we do, Mom.
Well, it's worth a try.
Did you work at the loft today, Dave?
Yeah, this afternoon. As a matter of fact, it was one of the most pleasant afternoons I've ever spent there.
Well, Mr. Kelley was in a good mood, huh?
Better than that, he's out of town. Not that he isn't a nice man, but there's not so much pressure on you when he's not around.
Did he go away on a vacation?
Well, I think it's partly business. He's up at Rippewam Valley.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
He's handling some legal affairs for the ski lodge.
They say it's wonderful up there at this time of the year.
Yeah, that's what I understand. He took Mrs. Kelley along with him. I guess it's sort of a combined business and pleasure trip.
I saw some pictures of the ski lodge. It's just beautiful. I think it's called Rippewam Lodge.
Yeah, that's where they're staying.
Say, I have a wonderful idea.
Harriet, I just don't feel like going out to dinner.
No, I mean about Rippewam Lodge. Why don't we go up there?
You mean right now?
Sure, we could get a plane out tonight and be up there for the weekend.
Boy, you really want to get out of cooking dinner, don't you?
Oh, it's not that. It just seemed like a nice idea.
Well, sure it is. It's a very nice idea. We'll have to do it sometime. Can I help you with anything in here?
You just never want to do anything exciting.
Well, sure I do. But I like to plan a little bit for something like that. Hi, Joe. Clara, come on
Hi,
in.
Clara. Joe.
I hope we're not interrupting anything.
No, we were just having a little discussion.
Well, I think you want to take her up there.
What's this?
Clara.
Well, I can't help it if their windows are open.
It's all right. I've given up anyway.
We came over to borrow your typewriter if it's okay.
Oh, yeah. Come on in.
Where is this place Ozzie doesn't want to take you?
Clara, don't be so nosy. It's none of our business. Where is it, Oz?
It's up at Rippewam Valley. It's a place called Rippewam Lodge.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of it. It's one of those ski places. I understand it's pretty nice. That is, if you care for places of that sort.
Well, I do.
Look, Oz, I don't mean to criticize, but you ought to know better than to mention a place like that if you don't want to go up there.
Well, I didn't mention it. Dave just happened to say that his boss, Mr. Kelley, had gone up there on a business trip.
And I just thought it'd be nice if Ozzie and I took a trip up there for the weekend.
Did you say you wanted to borrow a typewriter?
Oh, yeah, Clara has to type some letters for the women's club.
Well, come on, it's in the den.
I've got some earmuffs and snuggies you could borrow.
Clara, they're not going.
Oh, of course they're going. It's just a matter of how long it takes to wear Ozzie down.
No, it really isn't that important if he doesn't want to go.
Well, don't give up so easily. Maybe we can think of some way to trick him into it.
Clara.
Wait a minute. This might be interesting. Have you got any suggestions?
Well, how about this? You could say that your mother was up driving near Rippewam Valley and she got stuck in the snow. Then you and Ozzie'd have to go up and pull her out.
Why would Ozzie want to do a silly thing like that?
Come on, Joe. I thought you wanted the typewriter.
I'm coming.
You know, the thing to do when you get cornered like this, offer to take her out to dinner.
I accept.
You see?
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for the dinner, Pop. You're a real sport.
You certainly are, dear.
I must admit it was a lot better than eating at home.
What'd you say?
Oh, I'm sorry. That didn't come out quite the way I meant it. Well, shall we go? Check, please.
Hi.
Well, Clara, hi.
I suppose you wonder what I'm doing here. I was answering the phone. That is, I didn't come over to answer the phone. I came over to return the typewriter.
Well, that's okay.
The phone was ringing, so I answered it. The key was under the doormat.
Yes, I know. I put it there.
Was it anything important? The phone call, I mean?
Yes, that's what I was going to tell you. It's a lucky thing I answered it. It was David's boss, Mr. Kelley.
Well, I thought he was up at Rippewam Valley.
He is. That's where he was calling from. He said that David has some papers in his briefcase, and he needs them the first thing in the morning.
Oh, gee.
Oh, well, we better get in touch with Dave right away. You'll have to get a plane up there tonight.
Well, yeah, if you can get one.
Well, I have to go home now.
Well, thanks for taking the phone call, Clara. Gee, it's a lucky thing you were here.
Oh, that's okay. It was kind of exciting. In fact, I haven't had a long-distance call since my mother phoned from the mountains and said she was stuck in the snow.
What's this?
Well, you didn't think I could make up a story like that, did you? Good night.
Good night, Clara. Thanks a lot.
Good night. Harriet, do you have any idea where Dave went?
No, I don't. He just said he was going on a date.
Well, maybe Rick knows.
Gee, I don't know. All I know is he had a date.
But you don't know who he had the date with?
No, I don't.
What girls have you been going out with lately?
Well, you see, there's a girl named Betty something, and a girl named Connie, and a girl named Norma, and a girl named Sally.
Well, this isn't getting us anywhere.
And you don't have any idea where he might have gone?
No, I don't.
Well, did he say anything at all that might give us a hint?
No, I'm afraid not.
Well, why don't you check on some of the places he usually goes and let us know if you have any luck?
Well, okay.
Meanwhile, we'll call some of the girls he goes out with. Do you know any of their numbers?
Well, gee, after all, they're David's girls.
Well, I know, but this is an emergency.
Well, okay. Do me a favor, though, Pop, and don't tell him I know where he hides this. I need it myself every once in a while.
Oh. Well, thanks anyway, Betty. Oh, Bonnie. I'm sorry. Thanks anyway, Bonnie. Well, bye. Can't read David's handwriting. I wish she'd write a little clearer.
You might try Sally Wilson. Dave's mentioned her quite often.
Well, why don't you try one? You may have better luck.
Hello, Sally. This is Mrs. Nelson, David's mother.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Nelson.
Is Dave there by any chance?
No, he isn't. Did he say he was coming over?
Well, no, not exactly. I was trying to locate him, and I thought he might be there.
No. But if he's coming over, I'd better get these rollers out of my hair.
Oh, well, I wouldn't worry about it. In fact, I'm sure he wouldn't come over without calling first. But if he does happen to drop by, would you ask him to phone home?
Okay, Mrs. Nelson, I will. Bye.
Well, hello, Mary?
Yes?
This is Dave Nelson's father. I'm trying to find Dave. Is he there by any chance?
No, she's not.
Dave Nelson. This is his father. I'm trying to locate him.
Well, if I should hear from her, I'll have her call you.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Who was that, honey?
Oh, just the father of one of my friends.
Well, any suggestions?
All I know is we'd better find him pretty soon. Hello?
Oh, hi, Pop.
Dave?
No, this is Rick, Pop.
Oh, Rick. Any luck?
No, I've checked every place except the bowling alley and the malt shop. I'll check the bowling alley.
Okay. I'll call a malt shop.
I hope you have better luck than I had. The line's been busy for the last hour.
Oh, well, maybe I'll take a run over there. Let me know how you make out, Rick.
No luck, huh?
No, I think I'll take a run over to the malt shop and check there.
Okay, but just remember, we're a little pressed for time. No more than one banana split.
Hi,
Hi, Mr. Nelson. What do you have?
Oh, nothing, thanks, Jack. I was just looking for Dave. You haven't seen him, have you?
No, I haven't.
If you should happen to come in, will you tell him to phone home? It's quite important.
I sure will, Mr. Nelson.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Hi, Oz.
Oh, hi, Joe.
What are you doing down here? I thought you were on a diet.
No, not me.
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. Jack, I'll have a quarter chocolate and a quarter strawberry.
Okay.
You haven't seen Dave, have you?
No, I haven't. What's up?
Well, it's the strangest thing. Mr. Kelley phoned from Rippewam Lodge, and he wants Dave to take some papers up to him. He has to have them by tomorrow morning. He says it's very important.
Yeah, it's kind of short notice, isn't it?
Yeah. Didn't Clara tell you?
No, but I've been out for a while. How come she took the message?
Well, she came over to our house to return the typewriter, and the phone rang, so she answered it.
Clara returns your typewriter tonight?
Well, yeah.
That's funny. She never returns anything she borrows for at least 6 months.
It's a lucky thing she did, or we wouldn't have gotten the phone call.
Wait a minute. Were you there when she took the call?
No, we were out to dinner.
Well, how'd she get in the house?
Well, see, Harriet left the key under the front doormat, and Clara happened to find it.
Naturally.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's pretty obvious. The girls have cooked up a little plot to get you to take Harriet up to Rippewam Valley. Right?
I beg your pardon?
No. The call was for David. Mr. Kelley called David.
How do you know there was a call? Look, Clara and Harriet knew that David was going out. And if you can't find David, somebody's going to have to take those papers up to Rippewam Valley. Right?
Well, you're the customer.
Harriet wouldn't pull a stunt like that.
Clara would.
You know, it's just possible you may be right. Come on, let's go.
Yes, charge this with you, Jack, please.
Okay.
I don't know why you're tagging along.
Well, in the first place, you invited me. And in the second place, I want to see what the next development's going to be.
Hi, dear. Did you
Hi.
find Dave?
No, but he found me. Hi, Harriet.
Hi, Joe.
I take it you didn't have any luck either.
No, but I thought I'd better phone the airport and check the planes. There's only one flight to Rippewam Valley tonight. I was lucky to get reservations.
Oh, no, wait a second. What do you mean, reservations? Dave will only need one ticket.
Well, yes, but just in case we can't find Dave, somebody's got to take the papers up there. And as long as one of us may be going, I figured we both might as well go and make a weekend out of it.
Now, just a second.
Of course, if we can locate David in time, we can cancel one of the reservations. I better go upstairs and get ready, just in case.
Well, I hate to say I told you so.
Well, I think it was a very sensible thing to do. I think she was just using her head.
She certainly was. What are those suitcases doing down here all packed?
They aren't packed.
Oh, they aren't, huh?
Well, they're probably packed for Dave.
Oh, sure. With your ski clothes and Clara's earmuffs?
How about that? You were right. And after I took her out to dinner, too.
Yeah, that's a woman for you.
Well, I'll tell you this much. I'm not going to go flying off to Rippewam Valley tonight.
Well, that's up to you, Oz. I'll see you tomorrow.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, dear.
Say, Jim's home from school. I asked him to eat with us.
Fine. That reminds me. Jane Ellen came home, too, and I asked her over.
Hey, Jenny, Marge and Bob are driving through today. They're going to drop in.
Hey, what's going on
Four
here?
extra people. Turkey, ham, cheese, taste salad, Coke. We don't have enough Coke.
Sure we do. I've got another case in the garage.
Well, thank heavens for the garage.
It's always smart to have plenty of Coca-Cola on hand, especially before weekends and holidays. You never know who may be dropping in, but with plenty of Coke on hand, you're all set to give them a refreshing welcome.
You'd be surprised how Coca-Cola can save the day. So make sure you have plenty of Coke on hand.
Well, do you think you ought to be reading a newspaper at a time like this?
Well, why not? There's nothing else to do.
Well, at least you could be trying to find David.
Well, we did our best. We made all those phone calls, and Rick ran all over town. Besides, I don't know whether it's fair to Dave or not. After all, the boy's out on a date. We don't want to spoil it for him.
Well, for goodness sakes, his job may be at stake. Mr. Kelley's counting on his bringing those papers up there.
Well, I wouldn't worry too much about it. The plane doesn't leave for nearly 2 hours. That'll give him enough time to show up.
Well, suppose he doesn't.
Although those planes always leave a couple of minutes late anyway.
Well, don't you think you and I should take the papers out to the airport? Then in case David shows up in time, Ricky can send him out there.
Well, and if he doesn't show up, we can take the papers up there and stay for the weekend?
Well, that would be nice if we have to go up anyway.
Sure, that was very clever of you, dear.
What are you talking about?
Oh, Harry. Hello? Oh, hi, Dave.
Hi, Pop. I ran into Wally, and he said you were looking all over for me.
Well, yes, we were looking for you, but the situation has been cleared up since then.
Oh, what's it all about?
Well, nothing, Dave. Don't worry about it. Just have a good time. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, and Dave, no matter what you hear, your mother and I are not going up to Rippewam Valley.
Ozzie, what did you hang up for?
Oh, come on. It was a cute little scheme, but you girls overplayed it.
What are you talking about?
Well, that mysterious phone call Clara got from Mr. Kelley, and the bags already packed with the skiing stuff in them. You didn't really think I'd fall for that, did you?
Wait a minute, you don't think I planned this whole thing, do you?
Well, Harriet, I promise you I'll take you up there some other time. I just don't feel like flying off on such short notice.
What are you talking about? The only reason I packed the bags was so we'd be able to go in case we couldn't find Dave.
Oh, come on. Pardon me.
That's David again. Don't hang up.
Hello?
Hi, Oz. This is Joe.
Oh, hello, Joe.
Look, Oz, I had a talk with Clara.
Oh, did she confess?
Well, not exactly. It's a funny thing, but it seems that Mr. Kelley really did call.
What's this?
Yeah. I don't know why you doubted the girls in the first place.
What, me? Well, you were the one. Are you sure he called?
I'm afraid so, Oz. But I wouldn't worry about it. You know how those lawyers are. They try to make everything sound important. Oz? Oz? Oz!
Why didn't you tell me you weren't kidding?
Well, I tried to, but you wouldn't listen to me.
Where was he?
Who?
David, when he phoned.
Well, I don't know. You took the call.
Oh, darn thing has got me so confused.
What are we going to do?
Well, we'll have to take the papers up there ourselves.
Well, I don't want to go if you don't want to go.
Well, of course I do. Where are the papers?
In David's briefcase.
Well, where's that?
Probably upstairs in his room.
Well, come on, let's go.
Well, it's usually on his desk.
Well, it's not here now. Could have put it under the bed for any reason.
If you find anybody, I've never seen her before in my life.
Oh, we're looking for Dave's briefcase. Do you know where it is?
No, I don't, Pop.
Oh, we have to find the papers and take them up to Mr. Kelley.
You mean you've given up on trying to find Dave, huh?
What your father's trying to say is that we found David, but we don't know where he is.
Well, your mother will probably explain it many times in the years to come, but right now we've got to find the briefcase.
Come to think of it, I don't think he brought it home with him. He probably left it at the office.
Well, how are we going to get in there?
Well, there must be somebody down there who can let us in. A night watchman or somebody.
Well, David has a key.
Well, yeah, well, that won't do us any good. He's probably got it with him.
Well, there's a bunch of keys in his top drawer. Well, maybe it's one of these.
Well, bring him along. It's worth a try. Come on, let's go.
We better go right to the airport from the office. We haven't got much time.
What about our bags?
Oh, they're already packed.
Oh, that's right. That was good thinking.
Thank you, dear.
You go downstairs and get the car started, and I'll get our coats and the bags.
Okay, Pop.
We'll meet you down there.
What seems to be the trouble?
Good evening. We're trying to get in here.
Do you work here?
No, I don't, but my son does. Not this one, our older boy. And see, we can't find him, and there are some important papers in the office there, and we have to get them to Mr. Kelley. Would you let us in, please?
Well, it's not that I don't believe you, but perhaps I better call Mr. Kelley and check with him first.
Oh, well, we don't have time for that. See, he's out of town, and we've got to catch a plane.
You leaving town tonight?
Yes, we have to take the papers up to Mr. Kelley. Would you let us in, please?
Oh, gee, I don't know. You look honest.
But
you do, too. I hate to take the responsibility. You see, I'm supposed to keep people out of here, not let them in.
What's keeping you guys?
This is my wife. She's been waiting downstairs in the car with the motor running.
Have you got the papers?
No, this is the night watchman.
Well, of course. My, what an attractive uniform.
Thank you.
Well, this is awfully nice of you to let us in. If Mr. Kelley doesn't get those papers, our son is apt to lose his job. We certainly appreciate this.
Oh, that's okay.
I hate to rush you, but we only have a few minutes to catch the plane.
Well, why didn't you say so? You know where to find the papers?
They're in his briefcase. Oh, here it is, on the desk.
Rick, let this be a lesson to you. Never send a boy on a woman's errand.
For Rippewalk Valley. Now
Here you are, Mr.
boarding
Nelson. We're boarding right now at Gate 9. Have a nice flight.
Thank you.
Flight 23.
Well, here we go. We're all set.
Okay. Goodbye, dear.
Bye, Mom. Have a good time, Pop.
Thanks, Rick. What's the matter?
I have the feeling we've forgotten something.
You always have a feeling we've forgotten something.
Clearance call for Flight 23. Boarding at Gate 9.
Bet you thought I was going to forget this.
Hey, David, where you been?
Out on a date? Why?
We've had quite a night. Mr. Kelley called and said you had some important papers in your briefcase, and he wanted them the first thing in the morning.
Yeah, I figured he needed them, so I left them at the office.
What good will that do? He's up in Rippewalk Valley.
Well, I know that, but he's coming back tonight. That's why I left the papers at the office, so we get them the first thing in the morning. I don't work on Saturdays anymore.
He's coming back tonight?
Yeah. Where are Mom and Pop?
Well, they're on their way up to Rippewalk Valley with the papers.
You're kidding.
Well, I only wish I was.
Nice up here?
Yeah, I must admit this is going to be fun.
I'll bet the skiing's great.
I hope so.
Say, what about the papers? When are you going to call Mr. Kelley?
Well, it's pretty late. I'll call him the first thing in the morning.
Telephone call for Mr. Nelson. Mr. Ozzie Nelson. Report to the information
I wonder
counter.
who that is.
Telephone
take that.
call. Telephone call for Mr. Nelson.
Pardon me, I'm Ozzie Nelson. There's a phone call for me?
Oh, yes, Mr. Nelson. Take it right here.
Oh, thank you. Hello? Oh, hi, Dave. Yeah, well, we tried to get in touch with you. He is? Well, yeah, I've got him right here. Oh, gee, I'm sorry, Dave. We'll do our best. Yeah, don't worry, son.
Flight 217. Now boarding at Gate 5.
It was Dave.
Oh, look at this. They're having a snow festival this weekend. And here's another folder that tells all about the inn. They have their own ski lift.
Harriet.
And ice skating, and a moonlight sleigh ride.
Harriet.
And I don't like that look on your face. What's the matter?
We have to go back.
Well, what do you mean? We just got here.
I know, but Mr. Kelley's going to be in town tomorrow morning. He wants the papers there and not here.
Well, what made him change his mind?
Well, he didn't change his mind. Clara must have misunderstood him. Or we misunderstood her. Anyway, Mr. Kelley called to make sure David would have the papers at the office tomorrow morning.
For goodness sakes. Well, maybe we can still get him at the inn.
Oh, he probably checked out long ago.
Well, it's worth a try. Come on, give him a call.
Pardon me. I wonder if I could use your phone again. It's a local call. It's kind of an emergency.
Certainly, Mr. Nelson.
Well, thank you very much. Would you connect me with the Rippewalk Lodge, please?
Good evening, Rippewalk Lodge.
Well, hello. Do you have a Mr. Donald Kelley registered there?
Oh, yes, Mr. Kelley was registered here, but he checked out.
Oh, when was that?
Oh, quite a while ago.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Clerk said they checked out quite a while ago.
Well, I hate to be the one to suggest this, but we better get the first plane back home.
Well, if there is one tonight.
Time certainly flew by on this vacation.
Boy, you're not kidding. Pardon me. I have our return tickets here, and we have to go right back. What's the earliest plane we can get out of here?
Let me see. Well, the best I can do is 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Oh, well, gee, I meant right now, tonight.
Well, there's nothing left on tonight's flight. In fact, we have a waiting list. I'm sorry.
Oh, dear. Poor Dave.
Yeah, we really fixed him up good.
Hey, wait a second. I think we're in luck.
Hey. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Nelson.
Hello, Mr. Kelley.
Oh, you know Mrs. Kelley.
Certainly.
Yes, of course.
How do you? What are you folks doing up here? You on a little vacation?
Well, in a way.
Flight 710, boarding at gate
Oh, well, will
1.
you excuse us? That's our flight.
Certainly.
Flight
Oh, it sure will be tough to get back to the old grind.
Yeah.
Have a good time.
Yes, Mr. Kelley, I believe you phoned David about some papers you need the first thing in the morning.
Oh, yes, I did.
Here they are.
Oh, what's this?
The papers, they're right in that briefcase. You said you needed them the first thing in the morning, and it's exactly 1 minute past midnight.
Oh. Thank you.
Have a nice flight.
Last call for flight 710, boarding at
I'll give him something to think about on the way home.
Last call for flight 710, boarding at gate 1.
I'll say one thing for Dave. He certainly comes from a conscientious family. It's remarkable.
Next week, Ozzie and Harriet will be brought to you by Eastman Kodak Company.
When she's too beautiful for words, take a picture. When he's too wonderful for words, take a picture. When it's too exciting for words, take a picture. Even when it's too much for words, well, even then, take a picture. For a picture tells what words cannot express. And a picture remembers when words might soon forget. So whatever it is you want to say most, say it now in pictures. This week, get a roll or two of Kodak film in the familiar Kodak box.
Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet has been brought to you by the Coca-Cola Company.
After shopping, there's nothing like ice-cold Coca-Cola to give you that refreshing new feeling. Next time you shop, enjoy a Coke, too.
When they're ready for college, will college be ready for them? This is not an idle question, because unless we get busy now, there won't be room in college for thousands of deserving youngsters 10 years from now. So if we as a nation want to prepare trained, educated leaders for tomorrow, we must provide more classrooms, more laboratories, and above all, more top-flight faculties. Help the college of your choice now.
This has been an ABC Television Network film presentation.